Hey everybody, how's it? Aloha, this is Jeebs here, your old composer here at the Decomposer Lounge. Dissecting, pulling back the layers, reacting to tracks that you suggest. You, the pure listener, enjoying the music, and me just doing what I love to do best. Listen, soak, rinse, pull back the layers, and bring them out to you. First time on the channel, Black Label Society, I am doing Stillborn. I want to thank you guys for hanging out like usual, supporting the channel. For those of you who have, please, thank you so much for those of you who bought me a cup of coffee, because you know these videos do not monetize my channel. So if you want to buy me a cup of coffee, the link's down below. Patreon is doing really well. I just got through doing an Opeth song over there. What I do on Patreon stays on Patreon. If maybe buying me a cup of coffee is not your thing, you want to get a little something for your money, come on over, check the Patreon, see if there's something there for you. You can join me for a month, or you can hang out for a while, and that's been really fun. The link for Black Label Society Stillborn will be in the link below. And in the links below will also be the link for the headsets, the AKG 240s. All right, guys, let's do this. Black Label Society, Stillborn. All right. Okay, without a doubt, this has a lot of elements from my soundtrack of life that reminds me of this song here. Of course, I'm hearing some Zeppelin in there. That kind of influence is going on there. When the vocals come in, I kind of love, there's a little bit of a Stone Temple Pilot style melody in there, but yet there's kind of like Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath kind of vocal approach to it. Whether it's doubling the voices or using a doubler or some kind of like a chorus phase shifter behind the voice, brings me out a lot of that. Something else brings out a lot of that to me. Something else that I really dig is the doubled guitar playing. So it's not a doubler, but you know, it's being played twice. You can hear the nuances that are slightly, whether sometimes it's just a buzz of a string or the pick or a fretting noise or something like that, which I really dig. And I like that harmonics. I don't know how guitar players do that, and that's really super cool. And I don't know, sometimes I guess they call it a pinch or something. Maybe it happens here, or it happens here, or maybe it happens up on the fret hand. But I really love that. I'm not much of a guitar player, especially in metal and rock of this nature, but getting that sound is really cool. And finally, the mix of the drums. I love that kick sound for this particular track, that really dry, kind of like punching cabbage kind of vibe with a little bit of a clip on top of it. Sounds really super cool. So let me go back a little bit. Let's keep going. So empty, just a shell of a man, stillborn, this I understand. The feelings I once felt are now dead and gone. I waited here for you for so Okay, I'm sorry. I'll take that back into the chorus. I love that guitar solo. Once again, where as I'm going through this, I'm almost doing a year here on this channel, and you know, I'm beginning to feel really comfortable in kind of bringing back what reminds me of some great rock and roll and great metal, and finding the elements and the pieces that are being, whether they're being applied or reapplied to brand new bands using different engineering techniques and stuff. You could still pull from the roots, and I can still find these little bits and pieces that are, you know, influential. And in this case, what I love about this guitar solo is it is a raw guitar solo with that real human vibe in the approach of playing and stuff like that, you know, staying within that pentatonic kind of vibe. But it's not that as much as it is that it just feels really good when you can hear a solo being played like that, and you feel the guitar players right in front of you. That it's not, you know, a lot of times, you know, especially in the last 15 years, these incredible guitar players and musicians that play so perfectly. Sometimes it's just a little too perfect. Sometimes you just want some of the raw power to come through. And that's what I heard here on this solo, so I really dug it. But I'm really going back also to the sound of the vocals. I don't know if it's me or something, I wish the bass maybe was pushed a little hotter in the mix, but maybe the older I get, the better I was, and maybe there's a little lower rough patch in my hearing, but so let's finish this out. You know, where that kind of reminds me of Zepp was that, I mean, just a little bit of that element in there. That's where I get that little bit of that Zepp influence and stuff. And I like that little tail turnaround in the riff that we hear in there. You know, that's kind of a reminder. There's multiple little hooks in this one. The song. So how long was this song? The song was, oh wow, it was only 3:16. A song this short in how I feel, what's paramount to this is that there is repeated phrase or repeated hook. Sometimes it's instrumental hook, sometimes it's the riff hook. That's a constant and stuff. But I'm in my head, I'm still hanging in with the melody as the hook, and I love the voices and the background voices too. The background arrangements were really cool, but I love the engineering and the tonal quality of the voice with this. This is the very first time I've heard of Black Label Society, so I definitely know that you guys are going to suggest some more to me of Black Label Society, so I look forward to that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I know I said I was going to do post-rock week. For those of you who were kind of hanging around and waiting for that, I got so bombed with so many things that, with so many suggestions, that I'm trying to put it in a folder, and, you know, trying not to do one of those, you know, using, what do you call it, polling and stuff and choose the best, you know, it's just trying to get through the suggestions and stuff, and that's sometimes I lean on my members over at Patreon for that as a little bit of an added bonus. So anyhow, speaking of that too, like I said, if you dug this, if you want to support me, you can buy me a cup of coffee. The links are below. The Patreon link, just check it out. That's below. You can come for a month or hang out for as long as you'd like. Also, the link for Black Label Society, Spotify, and these headsets, the AKG 240s, are down below. You guys take care of yourself. Aloha. All right.